In this third video, I want to look at this area of the sky over here, these clouds which are catching light. It's quite an important part of what the sun's doing here. We've already got some orange mixed up from our work around the sun. So let's see what we can do to put in these clouds. So we've got this orange, that's there. So look, I'll just give it a try and see what I get, see if it's somewhere close to, looks like it's a little bit too orange to me. Coming across as a bit too orange, so I want to make it a little bit more on the yellowy side. So that's easy enough to do. I've got cadmium yellow here, got a little bit of that there. So I've added a little bit of cadmium cad yellow in there just to lighten that up a bit. Just a dab of liquid. You see how little I put on, and just basically stick the brush in. Let's try again and see if we can get a little bit close to that. I'm using, for those of you who've got new brushes joining the course for the first time, this is the little pointy one. I don't think we've used it much up to this. So let's have a look at what we've got here. Look, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm not saying that I'm going to get this perfect first time up. If anything, I'm going to lighten that up a bit. So just out of vision, I'm putting just a little bit more white into it, just to soften that up, but not a great deal. Okay, so you all can see that. So I'm using, see the strokes I'm doing? I'm using a very precise stroke. I'm moving my brush out on that angle. It's almost like if I had a guide rail, I just go zoot, 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 because that's what's happening in that photo. I'm not going to go up and then down. I'm trying to follow these very distinctive lines. And it's quite important to cut in to this darker mass and just put in some of these light lines. Obviously, I will come back and I'll do more on this, but this is sort of a first bit of detail. We'll see how it goes, and then I'll look to... Okay, so if you can see the same thing that I can, I've got this thing here which comes down to here, so that's there. Then that comes down, but I haven't really pushed this out enough. So if I wanted to follow that correctly, I would push that out. I'll have a go at putting in this area here of the shiny cloud. So again, I'm just going to try and mix this color and see what I get. Now, to me, it looks a little bit too on the light side, not colorful enough, not rich enough. So I'm grabbing my mixing tray and I'm just throwing in a little bit more of that red color. So what's happening here is we're moving upwards from the sun, and so the light or brightness, the tonality of it is dropping away a little bit. So again, I'm putting that in. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's just got enough color in it. So you can see I'm not very good at predicting colours out of the bowl and saying, oh yeah, this will be the one. I'm always trying, and I'd encourage you to do something similar. So that goes like that. I'll just mix a little bit of the colour up. Now, what I also can see is there's quite a bit of orange down here. So I've got a colour from up there which is a bit on the orangey side, so I'm just going to try a bit. Yep, don't mind that. Probably a reasonable start. This is quite orange here. I'm just going to drop some in. I don't mind that. And there's like an orangey tinge going up the edge of that cloud. Thicker than what I want, so I'll just soften that back a bit. And you can see what I've achieved there. I've put in those clouds, that cloud, and that's sort of a, you know, a pretty good start. It may well be, I need to tidy up some of these things, lighten up here, a bit more blue here. But the key things are probably that you'll use the same orange that you use here, but you may tonally lighten it a bit or saturate it a bit. And also your brush strokes need to be very rigidly angled to give that impression of the clouds just being touched by the sun. Okay, so that's that sort of done. And in the last video, I'll have a look at just working on these rocks.